Let's welcome on board the next guest on the show. We have with us Mr. Jitendra Mamtora, the Chairman and Whole-Time Director at Transformers and Rectifiers, joining us on the show. Mr. Mamtora, good morning. Let's begin by discussing the prospects that could emerge from the Ukraine rebuilding as well. Because, of course, we have the domestic order inflow, which has been strong, given the order inflow in India is good. But we are just trying to understand what could be the opportunity size for Indian companies if areas like Ukraine, etc., are getting built up again.
Most of the companies, MNCs, whether in Europe or in America, they are fully booked. In America, if you see, the delivery period they are quoting is for the 2028, not even 2025 or 26. Europeans are all booked for up to 2027. They are fully booked. Now, about the Ukrainian opportunity, we have been L1 there. We have participated in one of the tenders, which has been funded by one of the American giants, and also it is being getting evaluated by E&Y. So once the evaluation is over, they will we hope to get the order. It's a good order, about $60-70 million order, and then with a good margin. And the delivery period is also very favorable to us, which we can really work with that. And Ukrainian, we have one more advantage that we had for the very large transformers, association with uh, Ukrainian company Zaporozhye Transformer, for which with whom we supplied something like 32 transformers to Power Grid in that consortium participation. We supplied 20, they supplied 12. So we are quite conversant with their requirement, and they also know us very well about our capability and our quality.
Now,
And as I said, the opportunities are immense. Moreover, our product range is probably the biggest in the Indian market. We are the only supplier of transformers required for green hydrogen, for arc furnace transformers, for rectifier transformers required for different kind of electrolysis processes like metal refining, making chemicals, etc. So they are all our customers, and they are also, the delivery part period quoted by the European manufacturers who are having the majority stake worldwide. The markets, European special transformer is covering almost like 60% of the world market. And we are going to be one of them in the coming years, 2 or 3 years. Now we have started getting orders from them, from the European OEMs for supply of transformers for various projects, including the projects for the green hydrogen. We are now supplying some transformer to GE USA for one of the green hydrogen project.
if you have to export to Ukraine, do you think you will have to go through a third party, or you have capability and the necessary clearance to export directly?
See, we have the clearance for export directly, but we have participated through a third party, a EPC contractor in Poland, because that will take off the working capital requirement from us. They will be giving us the advance, and we will be getting our 100, almost like 90% payment before the dispatch. So we prefer to go with the EPC contractor rather than quoting directly. And we have been shortlisted by them. The offer is under evaluation by E&Y, as I said earlier.
Okay, now specifically to India, given that right now the sector is going through an overhaul, at what cusp of business cycle are you in?
Sorry, say again.
No, let's talk about the India business, your main business. Given that the sector has gone through a big reform, new capacities are getting added, new alternate sources are getting added, how is your business positioned?
See, today our market share for the large power transformers is something like 15 to 16% of the total orders which have been placed by the various utilities. Moreover, if I talk about the future requirement, if you see our per capita consumption of electricity is only 1200 units as against 6000 units in China. And if we, and at least we expect to be a country like China, whose power consumption is something like 6,000 units today. So in by 2030 or before that, we should be reaching that the 6,000 units per capita consumption of electricity by 2030. That means, today we are at 1200 to 6,000, 5 times increase in the requirement. And moreover, see, there are two type of requirements. One is by the rural sector, where it is going to be just like a light and a fan. But the middle class is coming up very fast, whose requirement will be for the air conditioners and refrigerators, etc. So, that is going to increase the requirement of electricity very much. And beside that, we are, everybody is talking about the green energy, and we are one of the major player in the green energy sector. As today, most of the orders which are placed for power evacuation by the solar plant or solar projects, they are buying almost like our market share there is almost like 40% now. We are having order book only from power grid to the tune of 800 crores or more for the reactors as well as the transformers. We are one of the 5 companies in India who is actively involved in the supply of this large power transformers for evacuating power from the solar field to the grid.
I just wanted to get in a sense from you then, apart from Ukraine, which you have spoken about as an opportunity, what about the other export opportunity that you see, the kind of tenders that you have bid? Have you received any orders from the 3,700 odd crore tenders that you've bid? What is the opportunity in the likes of the US, Europe, in the US region as well?
See, the orders, I mean, or the tenders where we have participated to the tune of 3,700 crores has been said by my team. We have not, we have not participated so far in the tenders for the utility business anywhere in the world, but we are focusing more on the special transformers. Like recently, we got the order from GE USA for supply of transformers for the green hydrogen. We received some transformer orders from European OEMs for the supply of transformers for the various projects worldwide. So we are supplying to the OEMs, and that is where we also want to focus, because where the margins are huge and there are not many suppliers for those kind of transformers. Like in India, we don't have any supplier who has a track record or who has a reference for supply of rectifier transformers or transformers for the arc furnaces or for the green hydrogen. So we are one of only one in India today with the references.
So you're the only one in India with the references, but what does all of this mean for your revenue and margins going forward? FY24, FY25, what kind of growth and revenue numbers should we pencil in?
See, as a matter of fact, we total have a capacity of something like 36,000 volt MVA, and there what we are doing now is we are trying to reduce the cycle time for the processes so that we can deliver more number of transformers with the same infrastructure. So we have done that, for just to name one project where we are taking something like 42 days. Now we are taking 33 days, and our target is to reduce it to 26 days. So once that happens, our capacity will just be almost like increased by 30-40%. So this is what we are looking at, and we are also looking at, as I said, for the special transformers for the green energy, whether it is hydrogen or whether it is arc furnace, because everybody is now talking about the production by using the green energy. So that is where the solar comes, wind comes, and that is where our transformers for evacuating the power to the grid comes. And as far as the 24-25 outlook is concerned, with the today's pricing, whatever is the price today, I think that my capacity will be, or I will be doing something like 40% more than what we are going to do this year. At least 40% more at today's price. But as we see that the prices of the transformers are going up, raw material prices are also going up a bit, and our margins are also going up. Like last year, we did with a what should I say, the factor of 80% raw material, 79% raw material. Today we are quoting, or the orders which we have, we are quoting at 72% raw material, and now we are quoting at 65-66% raw material price. So that will give us the bottom line very well. Beside the top line increase, the bottom line is going to increase even at today's prices.
Okay, on that note, we let you go. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Mamtora.